Velvet Rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are here with the one and only Sarah Farasia.
Hey, Yantif. How are you, babe?
How are you doing today? What's up? Tell me everything. I mean, everything.
I'm going in for my sonogram today for my egg donor journey. I've been on birth
Wow.
control. So maybe, I don't know. I've only been on birth control for a week because I think they want to regulate my cycle with the egg donor transfer. But I might, in another week or two, I might be like a raging bitch. I mean, I haven't been on birth control since I was
Mm.
probably like 28. So 15, like 13 years, 12 years, so long. So I don't know. I could be a raging bitch. What else? So anyway, just on that, no, life is good.
Uh, give your raging bitchness towards the housewives, not towards me. No, thank you.
Mm.
Pass.
A lot of housewife stuff.
Hard pass, baby. I don't want a bitch on my show.
That is true. I know.
I I I try not to be one, but it's hard sometimes, right?
It is hard. It is hard sometimes. But no, that's it. That's all that's going on with me. How are you? I'm ready for you to come back to LA. Yeah, come on back.
I really should come back next week, you know? I
Hmm.
really should.
Come
I
back.
just want to hide out here in Sag Harbor for like the rest of my life. I really
Well,
do.
you are there at such a beautiful time of year. It's quiet, all the tourists have left, but the drinks are still flowing. And
Honey,
you're very social. You have a lot of friends.
excuse me?
You do. You're one of those that loves to pretend that you're a shut-in, and then every time you call, the guy's out and about,
Excuse me?
and he loves to chat. Ah, you go out with David for a night. Get ready. You're not going to leave for 5 hours, and you're the one that has to leave. He never wants to leave.
Listen, people, everyone has something interesting to say if you just shut up and listen, you know?
Our next live podcast show, I'm going to be the special guest, and then I'm going to
Oh,
leave, and then you can stay on for 4 or 5 hours because people don't want to leave. They want to stay, and you want to stay. I'm the only one who wants to leave.
well, I feel the good people of Behind the Velvet Rope and Sarah Fraser show, they paid their entry fee and they just have questions and I feel isn't it our civic duty to answer their questions after they paid the fee?
It is. It is.
That's all I'm saying. Where do you want to start? I really don't have a any horse in this race today of where to start.
Well, I got a question for you. Do you think Teddi
Hmm.
Mellencamp and Edwin, do we think that Edwin cheated on her? Is that why she's asking for spousal support, alimony, primary custody, him to pay all of her legal fees and
Yes.
his?
And she says, she also checked the box, don't ask me for spousal support. I did a little show on this. I did a couple shows, a couple solo shows, the afternoon hits. I don't know. A lot of the listeners do think Edwin has been called up Mo. Teddy and Kyle are very good friends, and they feel that Edwin has called up Mo and asked how to diddle and daddle a little bit on the side. Now, have Mo and Edwin been diddling and daddling together? I don't know. I mean, I heard the rumors over the years that he diddles and daddles. Like there's lots of women in the world, there's lots of men. Some people are non-binary, they go by the pronouns they, them. So I don't know. Mo likes to diddle and daddle. A rumor has it with lots of different types. So I don't think Mo and Edwin are diddling and daddling, but people think that Edwin got some lessons from Mo about how to diddle and daddle. I don't know. What do you think? It didn't
I'm
cross
not
my
sure.
mind.
I don't know in California. Look, California is a pretty 50-50 state. So
Mhm.
maybe that's just all standard. But, Teddy's obviously taken a bunch of heat because she's like, I'm not going to talk any more details of this divorce. There are kids involved. And while I know that the rat and I come on here and we go to Bravo Con and we get gossip out of people, I am not going to give you any more details about the divorce. And people are like, well, you're a hypocrite. You can't, you could tell people a little bit about what's going on without damaging the kids, but she says that she's not going to. I just think is divorce contagious? always kind of read this. In that friend group, you have Kyle divorced. Now Teddi, I mean, Teddy's filed. They're not even
No
the rumor.
separation, and there's also no statement that says we. This is I. This is not Mauricio and Kyle and Dorit and PK. Teddy's statement was I. So
I mean,
no,
Erica
no
and
we.
Tom. No, that's like a
Hmm.
whole different level because obviously Tom is a huge crook. But yeah, I mean, divorce seems a little contagious here in Hollywood. Sutton said, Beverly Hills is where you go to get divorced. Because,
Yeah.
just so many
Yes,
wealthy,
it yes.
there's so many options, right? Everybody's rich. So a lot of people are in unhappy relationships. The sun is out. The sun sort of seems to make people a little crazier than they would be. And so,
Look, I
yeah,
mean,
this is like
she said
everybody.
she's not sharing the details. But what did she say? Did she say something recently that I haven't covered? I thought there was something new I saw with
Well, they've been in therapy. I think the newest thing I
yeah,
saw,
that's it. That's it. I haven't talked about it. Therapy for the Tedster.
they've been in therapy for a very long time. And so I guess people, the leaks that are happening are saying that people close to them are not shocked at all. Like they had trouble when they came on to RHOBH the first time. And then Teddi even gave an interview. I mean, this was all the way back in 2019 and essentially gives a story of when they were together before they were even engaged. Edwin brought in a blank check, put it on her nightstand, and said, I was going to go and buy you a ring, but I just can't do it. I don't believe in marriage, but I don't want to lose you. She tells this story. So, I mean, it sounds like
Huh?
you didn't hear this story. It's in
What
People.
what the hell is the blank check for?
He was going to take that check and go to a jeweler and write out the cost of the ring. He was taking a check to
Mhm.
pay for his $45,000 ring or whatever he was going to buy her. But he went to the jeweler,
45,000, honey. This is Beverly Hills. She, darling.
95,000. And when he got
You're
there,
getting there. You're getting there.
he couldn't write out the check because he didn't believe in marriage. Now they worked through that and they ended up getting engaged. But that was the kind of like a bit of their engagement story.
That don't sound like a romance. Look, I just don't feel the emotions coming off of them. Now, here's the good news. I also don't really have so many emotions floating around inside of me either. So I am not criticizing. I just don't feel the emotions between the two of them. I don't feel it. You feel it? I just don't
I
feel it.
don't know. I never paid enough attention. I admire her as a business person in podcasting, but I've never they're just not a Housewives podcast that I go to. I love yours. I've been
Thank
a
you.
longtime fan of Juicy Scoop. I love a
Ooh,
lot of
poor
Jeff
thing.
Lewis clips.
Poor thing. Jeff Lewis is cool, yeah. But
Uh,
that other one I don't listen to. You know what it is? Well, before we move on, I mean,